Hey there, I'm Olivia Castellini. I'm from the Museum of Science and Industry in Chicago. So I have a PhD in physics and from the University of Wisconsin, no less. So I did a fair amount of drinking in grad school because, let's face it, I was in Wisconsin and I was getting a PhD in physics. So there you go. And it turns out actually that there's a lot of really cool science behind beer. Had I known this a little earlier in grad school, it would have changed my career trajectory entirely, but that's neither here nor there. So anyway, so everybody's been at the party and you've had some jackass come up and do this. Right? Smack the top of the bottle. Goes everywhere. Now, I knew that beers would be harmed in the filming of this demonstration, so I made sure to buy the cheap stuff. And believe me, that's cheap. So, what happens when you smack the top of the bottle, it sends a kind of shock wave down through the beer. Now, the bubbles at the bottom of the beer, they start to expand and contract really fast and just start to pulse. And eventually they just can't take it anymore and they shatter. Now, this is where things get really, really cool. So there's a lot of carbon dioxide in beer, right? So when you have all of a sudden all these tiny little bubble fragments, all of a sudden the carbon dioxide has a ton of places to go. So it starts flooding into these bubbles and the bubbles start to expand really, really fast. Now, when a bubble gets bigger, it wants to float. So all of a sudden, you have gazillion tiny little beer bubbles that are growing rapidly, fighting their way to the top of the bottle, and boom, beercano. So next time, think of this, next time you're at the bar, this little bit of physics awesomeness, I would suggest you refrain from repeating this demonstration for your friends, unless, of course, you never want to be invited out to hang out with them ever again. So, again, I am Dr. Olivia Castellini from the Museum of Science and Industry in Chicago. Cheers!